A very good day to you, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another episode of the Candy Talk here on Herman Manyora's YouTube channel. Remember, this is Kenya's most comprehensive public governance and, of course, political analysis show. My name is Evan Sokinyi, and I'm glad that you're here with us. I'm here with the Deputy Party Leader of Sabina Party, who is also a constitutional lawyer, Wakili Willis Otieno. Wakili, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you, King. Yes.
Welcome.
Thank you very much.
I can see you people are still focused on making sure that this time round you make it to the ballot in 2027.
We are very focused. Eyes on the ball. It is the economy, stupid. And we want the conversation to be about the economy.
Okay.
And let anybody who contests, and I like the idea of many Kenyans expressing a desire, because let the campaign be about issues. And for us, the issue is the economy.
Okay.
Let's provide a platform that will help unravel this economic issue. Because Kenyans need a breather. Our people have suffered for far too long. So we believe that the next election will be about the economy. Okay. And let Kenyans vote on that question.
So all our eyes are focused on the 2027 elections. Seemingly it's 2024, but then we are already there. And looking at it, of course, 2025 is just here. But then there is a problem with the referee at this particular moment. Of course, the Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission is actually crippled. Last time I had a conversation here with you, you were telling me very well that IBC exists and can actually conduct some of these things. But then in the absence of a functional commission, then we are finding ourselves in this kind of constitutional crisis. We've had numerous even court cases which have been actually brought forth against that particular panel, which was supposed to ensure that new commissioners are brought on board. We are here, there are certain constituencies which are not represented totally. The boundaries, the limitation that should take place is not actually working. So I wonder where this actually leaves us and what's the way out for us as a country.
You know, in the interest of the political class, they will not want IBC to be in place. Okay. They are okay with the situation as it is. But the people of Kenya, when the time comes, will not entertain them in their liturgy. The IBC just did an election here for Kithure Kindiki and it cleared him. When it served their purposes, IBC existed, right? So when it will serve our purposes, IBC will exist. That's why I'm not worried about the conversation on IBC. When we will need that IBC to do the elections, it will do elections. Just like when they needed it to do elections for Kindiki, it did. It did the clearing of the candidate and they proceeded to elect him in their parliament. When we will need our elections to be conducted, no one is going to tell us that we don't have an IBC. What is good for the goose is good for the gander. If it served them to have Kindiki as deputy president, it will serve us to remove Zakayo and to have our election of a president when the people of Kenya decide. And who said we must wait until 2027? Who said? You never know. You never know. Because what I meet on the streets are people who are saying the last 2 years have been like almost 20 years. This is the worst years in their lives. Kenyans are feeling pain every day. Until when the time comes, you will tell us there's no IBC, but we continue with the pain. Not this Kenya that I meet on the street.
But legally, the president's 5-year term should end in 2027.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. If when that time comes, he will love to confront.
But why are you saying we don't have to wait till then?
Who said we must wait? I'm guided by Article 1 of our Constitution, which says sovereignty vests in the people. And they can exercise it directly or through their democratic elected representatives. If the people at any point decides that this is not bearable, we are going to exercise sovereignty directly, no one will stop them.
What you're talking of took place on 25th of June.
Yes, that was part of exercise direct sovereignty. And they told William Ruto what to do. Who told you they can never go back? We can go back to that same state again. There's nothing that is static. The people's voice is supreme.
Okay.
And you can only bottle it for this number of days. Not for long. So if things don't change here, I will not be surprised to see people back on the streets. And now with more vigor and force to have their voice not only heard, but edged on the columns of history. Never to be forgotten again. So these politicians need to be very careful. They should stop playing with the voice of the people. So you will not tell us that there's no IBC at that point. IBC will be there and will conduct elections.
Is it the politicians who are actually playing with this? Because as far as I can recall, that particular task was rather a body that would ensure the reconstitution of IBC was already formed by the government. Then I'm also seeing a number of court cases being brought forth before our courts here to actually stop this particular body from conducting its mandate. So is it the political class or those who are pushing
if
these
the political
cases
class
forward?
wanted these things to be sorted, and when I'm talking about the political class, I mean plus leadership of the judiciary, these cases can be sorted within even 1 week. There's nothing special about those cases. There's nothing special. It's a case like any other. Gachagua's case was being heard every day. Yeah, when it suits their purposes, cases are fast-tracked. Election petitions are heard within 6 months. Suits their purposes, cases are fast-tracked. Presidential petitions are heard within 14 days. I mean, there's nothing cast in stone here.
Okay.
But when there's no interest, then you see the liturgy. They're okay with it. Because then they believe you will try to box the people that it's unconstitutional to do any other election without IBC. Because it serves their purposes. They're okay.
Okay. And I've seen you brought in the case of the Deputy President Kithure Kindiki here. So do you believe that if at all, because we were told that he was cleared by the IBC, an IBC which is actually not functional because of lack of commissioners, do you think that perhaps if we move towards this direction, then IBC as it is can actually, legally speaking, conduct an election?
When the people demand that IBC to conduct elections, they will conduct elections. That's what I'm telling you. And I'd said this before. When push comes to shove, that IBC exists. The infrastructure of elections exists. The constituent returning officers exist. If the people demand of it, it will happen. Let no one gaslight you that, oh, we don't have commissioners.
Okay.
Those are convenient conversations to box you into the system. But if it is the people making a demand, you don't have to use their system. You create your own system. Yeah. Because now you're exercising direct sovereignty. And the people may say, our system will be IBC as it exists. We don't care about commissioners. But politicians will tell you, no, wait for commissioners. They may even want to use it in 2027 if there will be no IBC that you can't have elections because there are no commissioners.
And that is why I'm asking this question now.
If it gets to that point, we will tell them IBC exists. We've been funding it every year.
And that is why I'm asking you this question, because it seems like you're blaming lack of political will actually on all this process and delaying in terms of the constitution of the IBC Commission. What could be the intention of those who are perhaps behind this derailment?
But for them to enjoy their positions without accountability. For the members of parliament, they knew the promise of recall petitions. For William Ruto, he hopes we get 27.IBC that they can postpone elections. Yeah. That's the time when they'll meet the wrath of the people.
Okay.
No one is postponing our elections even by a day when the time comes. And as I said, we don't even have to wait. I don't know how long people will take this pain. They may go back and say, we're now going to exercise sovereignty directly. Will you stop them? Will you kill them? You've killed them before. Been there, done that. You've abducted them before. Been there, done that. You've disappeared them before. Been there, done that. You've captured the opposition. You've formed your broad-based government. Been there, done that. What else? You're going to get Uhuru Kenyatta. Been there, done that. You'll see people joining his government. So, what else will you do? Nothing. That's the template of all failing regimes. Yeah.
So
They will kill, they will abduct, they will disappear, they will create a government of national unity, reach out to the opposition, isolate the people. But the wind of change that is blowing will sweep them all away.
So you believe there's a game being played here with us?
Of course, the political class have ganged up. The traditional politicians have ganged up. They are protecting their interests. They don't understand this new wave of Kenyans that is threatening all of them and their hold on to power. So they'll of course gang up to try to defend. And you're going to see very soon they start gaslighting us.
Okay.
You're a Kikuyu, you're a Luo, you're a Kalonzo. They use the traditional modes they've used before. Tribe, to divide you. When Kenyans went to the streets in their numbers, it wasn't about tribe. The shop that a Kikuyu goes to is the same shop a Kalonzo goes to, the same shop a Luo goes to, the same shop a Mtaita goes to. And the economy is painful to all of them, irrespective of their tribe. But you'll see, very soon, you're going to see a campaign from the same politicians. Oh, you cannot elect a Luo, they're uncircumcised. Oh, you cannot elect a Kikuyu, they're greedy. Oh, you cannot elect a Kalenjin, they're thieves. Oh, you cannot elect because Mijikenda, they're lazy. Just trying to divide you. They move you away from having a conversation on the competence of the individual. What are his ideas? Are they practical? Are they tangible promises that you can say, this, if you do it, we're going to see positive change? Because they are comfortable with... Don't think that in the political class, people are having sleepless nights because Kenyans are hungry, that Kenyans are not going to school. People are not having sleepless nights. People are actually having a ball. Because they know, if you're poor, you're hungry, you're easy to control and manipulate. But if you are enlightened, you've gotten civic education, you will question them. You will join Willis on the bench to question them. And the more of you are questioning them, the threat to their hold on to power. So they will not want this kind of conversation. They will not want the people of Kenya to be empowered. They will want you to constantly remain at the bottom. Remember our pyramid? The 60%. You only care about food in the stomach. Your middle class care about the fear of losing your job. Then they remain at the top, 10%, to control you. I believe we have to break the entire pyramid. We don't need a pyramid. This thing should be a circle. Who said it must be a pyramid? A circle that everybody fits in, irrespective of your status. Opportunities are accrue for everybody, based on their ability, innovations, and their resilience. Not based on where you are born, not based on your tribe, not based on your lineage. No. That is not the Kenya we are going into. We are now into a new Kenya where we are going to look at our leaders based on their capacities. But the traditional politician will gaslight you to take you back to Misri. You are this tribe. So we cannot vote for a Kikuyu. We cannot vote for a Luo. We cannot vote for a Kalenjin. We cannot vote for a Mijikenda. Why? There's nobody who applied to be born a tribe. And our problems, no tribal boundaries. Discuss every candidate based on their ideas, not on their tribal affiliations. And let the best man lead the nation. And the people to hold him accountable. And if he doesn't deliver, you get him out. Because leadership is a donated trust. Nobody is born to be a leader here. We are not a monarchy that you are born to be always the king. Your destiny is to be the king of this country. No. We are a republic, a democratic republic, where we donate our powers to elected leaders to exercise them for our benefit, not for their benefit. In fact, as Sabina, we believe when we get to office, people are going to go to leadership to serve, not to make money. Okay. Even those salaries will be slashed. All of them for those members of parliament. You should not be aspiring to go to parliament to get rich. If you want to get rich, go and work. Go and produce like everybody else. You can be a businessman, you can be a farmer, you can be a fisherman, but go and work, go and produce somewhere else and make money. Okay. Not that you just go and sit there in your fat seats in parliament, air-conditioned offices, and money just flows from Wananchi. The poor woman's money that she's struggled to sell two bananas, you take 16% of it, so you want to live with it comfortably. No. That will not happen. We break this chain of oppression.
So Wakili, finally, so how do the constituents of Banisa and perhaps Ugunja get their representatives?
In fact, they should be, at this stage, you should be saying no taxation without representation. That's a recognized principle of democracy. You're only taxed if you are represented. No taxation without representation. And the people of Ugunja and Banisa and the other MCAs, seats that are vacant, they should start the campaign and say, no, we are not going to pay tax if you are not represented. There should be a tax boycott going on in those areas. Okay. Because why should I pay tax if my voice is not heard in the national conversation? Because of machinations by politicians to deprive me of my voice. No. You have to say no. Add Magarini also there. They don't have a member of parliament.
Magarini also is also there.
Yeah. No taxation, without representation. We need to start having tax boycotts for those areas that don't have members of parliament. Not out of the failure of the constitution, but out of political machinations.
Okay. But we've also seen, of course, the right now the platform that is being used by a lot of Kenyans to actually air their voices and their views on this same is X. And of course, online activism, something that has actually been criticized by some of the leaders who are actually in government right now. You look at some of the sentiments like that, the ones that are coming from Honorable Ali Hassan Joe, the CS for mining and blue.
The Katerina who used to sing on Instagram. Now all of a sudden finds fault on Instagram, Facebook and Twitter. He is the number one socialite that we know in the political space. Yeah.
Okay.
But he's uncomfortable because the conversation is beyond the Katerina. The conversation on X, Facebook and Instagram is not about dancing. We dance for fun, but we are discussing serious issues of governance. Makes him uncomfortable. He will wish we remain discussing and dancing to a Katerina. No. No. Those are not tools only of entertainment. They are also tools of education. They are tools of accountability. And he can make noise as much as he wants. He can shout from the rooftop as many times as he wants. It will not stop the conversations that is taking place online.
The reason is they can also retaliate on the ground.
They can retaliate. Let them continue. Who has stopped them? Yeah, that's the beauty of democracy. Why is he threatening anybody? See, he can retaliate. No one has stopped him. Let him do what he can. Let him do what he wants. He wants to kill the Kenyans who are speaking on social media. Go ahead. No one stops you. You want to ban social media? Go ahead. No one has stopped you. Don't threaten. Do it. You are known to be a socialite on that platform, singing to funny songs. Now all of a sudden you think the platforms don't make sense. So when you sing, it is okay. When other people use it, it's a problem. That's the problem with our leadership you have here. These politicians, not even leaders. That's the problem. They think all these tools should belong to them. They think these tools belongs to them, not for the people. So when they use it to sing a Katerina, then Instagram is good, TikTok is good. But when a Kenyan uses it to question government, then TikTok, Instagram is bad. This is a warped logic. And all these people must go. All of them. I'm sorry.
Ladies and gentlemen, the IEBC is yet to be reconstituted. We are facing a legal lacuna here. But you can weigh in and tell us what you actually think. Do you believe that perhaps there is some game that is being played here by the political class in this particular country? Allow me to stop this conversation at this particular moment, but remember to tune into some of our programs that will be coming up next. Jedel Kabiro is always here, as well as Richard Mwenja. All these are part of this great family, and we'll keep you updated with the comprehensive analysis of all that is taking place in our beautiful country, Kenya, and across the border as well. Till we have this conversation again, have yourself a lovely day. Thank you for watching. My name is Evans Okinyi.